So, you ever planted tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers and wonder why they refuse to grow? You watered them, you fed them, and you babied them, and still nothing. Let me tell you right now, it's not you. Most times it's the variety. Did you know that there are over 10,000 tomato varieties? I know, right? Crazy. But even crazier, there are over 50,000 pepper varieties and more than 100 cucumbers. Each one was bred for a different climate or pest. Somehow you grab the one that don't fit your climate. So if you grab the tomato bred for a cool New Jersey summer, like a brandywine, and tried to grow that in the Florida heat, it's not going to make it. That's not your fault. That's just the wrong variety. In my last video, we talked about knowing your season. Today, we're going one layer deeper, picking the right varieties, spotting the common problems early, and fixing them before your garden gives up on you. Welcome back. I am Tony. I grow here in Florida, Zone 10A, Central Florida, and I am here to help you figure out what's wrong with the common top 3 plants: tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers. So I picked these 3 for a reason, because they are the top 3 beginner plants, and somehow not everybody get fruit. Tomatoes was my nemesis for years. Every season I tried, and every season they flowered and looked promising, and then nothing. I get no fruit, or I get a few. After a while, I thought it was me. I was just over it until I realized I was growing the wrong variety for my area. Those heirlooms like brandywine and beefsteak, they're gorgeous, but they hate Florida humidity. Once I switched over to the Everglades or the Floridane and Sun Gold, and those varieties was bred for this kind of heat, and it was a game change. I went from frustrations of baskets of fruit, because I used to see people picking their tomatoes and looking so beautiful. I cannot get this. Why? But even with the right variety, tomatoes love to test you, just like kids. If you see that black sunken bottom on the fruit, that's blossom end rot. It looks scary, but it's not a disease. It's just uneven watering messing with calcium. So you got to mulch and water steadily. It'll help keep it in check. Now, if the leaves are browning or spotting, that's usually fungus. And the fastest way you can spread fungus is watering over the top. Try to water at the base and let mulch take care of the work, because mulch is going to help hold that moisture in. Sometimes you can do all that and it still doesn't help. Tomatoes are so finicky if you have the wrong varieties. Now, if you notice a whole branch turning black, sometimes it's stress. For instance, if your temperature just switched overnight, like Central Florida, we can go from hot to cold overnight. And if you still have your tropical plants, you can see something like this on your tomato. So it can be stress, but most times it's the stem rot from water splashing up, or even a bacteria canker. If it's just one branch, you can prune it off and toss it. Don't compost it. Put that thing in a trash can, get rid of it, burn it. Don't put it in your compost. But if the main stem is black and mushy, that plant is done. I'm sorry. You gotta pull it before it spreads and ruin the rest of your crop. And of course, those little pesky hornworms. I don't even like saying the word. So if you ever walked out and half your tomato plants is missing overnight, check for the little black droppings first. That's their calling card. BT is a fix most gardeners use for this type of problem. It sounds fancy. It's just a natural bacteria that only targets caterpillars. You spray it once, they bite the leaf, and they're gone. It won't hurt your pets or the bees. Neem oil is another option, but I swear, sometimes I spray neem oil and these little bugs just laugh at them. It works, but you got to be consistent, and you spray at the right time. So you want to spray early morning or evening, so you don't hit your pollinators, and you're not burning your leaves when you spray them when the sun is the hottest. For our tomatoes, there's also some natural ways to get rid of those pests or those nasty little bugs. This season, we didn't see that many because we planted marigolds, we planted basil. It not only helps with the taste, but it also helps with pollinators. It keeps away the bad bugs. Now let's move on to our peppers. Everybody wants bell peppers. They look so pretty in the store, and if you want the same picture looking peppers in your garden. But bells were bred for long, mild seasons. In Florida heat, they'll flower and they'll tease you, and you think you're about to get some peppers, and maybe you get 1 pepper or 2, and then they ghost you. If you actually want steady harvest, smaller peppers are the way to go. I love jalapeno, cayenne, cubanelas, even those little lunchbox peppers. My baby used to love eating those in her. That's the only thing I can actually put in her lunch that she actually eats. They can handle the heat and keep pushing out fruit throughout. We have Scott bonnet pepper throughout our season was giving us peppers. Yes, you can grow bell peppers here in Florida, but they do better if you start them in cooler months. In the summer heat, they'll flower and tease you, but then they'll just quit. It's too hot for them. Or if you want to provide them in an area where they have a lot more shade than sun, that works as well. Now, peppers have their own quirks too. If your flowers keep dropping, that's heat stress. Black spots on the fruit, that usually means sun scald and basically a sunburn. Give them a little shade and let the leaves cover the fruit, because that's going to be a great way to protect your peppers. If the stems themselves are turning black, check the texture. If it's just dark but still firm, that can be heat stress or natural hardening. Not always a problem, but if it's soft or mushy, that's rot. Cut it off clean, improve the airflow, and make sure you're not drowning the roots. Sometimes you have to let it dry before you water it again. If you see black and sunken spots on your peppers, that's the same blossom end rot issue as tomatoes. Steady watering and mulch will stop it. If your leaves are curling and they're tight, or you notice holes in the stem, that's borers or aphids. Typically, pests hide under plants, so if your leaves are curling in, something's hiding in there. So that's a good sign right there to tell you you have a pest issue. So neem oil works great here. It coats the bug and slows them down. They're not an instant, I spray neem oil, they're going to go away. No, you got to consistently put it on, because if you just spray it once, it's like a party with the bugs. It don't do nothing. They just laugh at it. You got to be consistent with it. Moving on to cucumbers. Cucumbers will look healthy one day and wilt the next. If they're drooping, even when the soil is moist, check the stems. Cucumber wilt is spread by beetles, and once it hits, that plant is done. Prevention is key here. You want to use row covers early or plant-resistant varieties like Divas or Ponocet 76. If your leaves are covered in white powder, that's powdery mildew. Prune for airflow, don't water the leaves, and neem oil helps slow it down. Sometimes helping the cucumbers climb, or a trellis that helps actually with airflow as well. And if your cucumbers come out stubby and they're shaped more like a bell, or what my husband would say, a genie bottle, that's pollination trouble. So you want to plant flowers nearby to bring in the pollinators, or hand pollinate by swapping pollen from one male flower to a female flower in easy fix. So again, variety matters. So the best ones here are Market More 76. Diva cucumbers fight mildew and they stay strong, while the generic store hybrids flop fast here. So here's the big takeaway. Your plants do talk to you. They don't talk back, but they do talk to you. We just gotta listen. Spots, curls, or droops, those are signs, not mysteries. And sometimes it's not you, it's the wrong variety for the wrong season. So don't beat yourself up. If your brandywine tomato collapse or your bell pepper stall, pick the varieties made for your climate, mulch, water steadily, and you'll finally get the harvest you pictured. All of what you be seeing online with these big old baskets, you'll get the same thing too. So here's how to stop a lot of this. Whether it doesn't matter what you have when it comes to your plant. You want to rotate your crops every season so you're not planting the same thing in the same spot. Mulch heavy to keep your soils cool and to keep you from having to water every single day. Always water at the base. Oh, so here's something most gardeners in Florida don't think about. Even the water itself matters. Our water is what they call hard water, meaning it's packed with minerals and calcium and magnesium. Now, what happens when you spray that over your plants? Those minerals dry on the leaves and the hot sun bakes them in. And before you know it, you got spots and burns that looks like a fungus problem, but really it's just a mineral buildup. So that's why you want to water below. And here's a pro tip. Always plant backups. Put one here, put one over there. That way you always got a test plant and a safety net if something fails. You're not relying on one little crop to save your harvest. Now I want to know what's giving you the biggest headache right now, whether it's tomatoes, peppers, or cucumbers, or something I didn't speak on today. Drop it in the comments. Let's figure it out together. I got you. So if you want to support this channel, don't forget to share this video with someone else who is going through the same thing and looking for some advice. I'm here to help you and help you grow your own food. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.